Hi, I'm Rian. Hope you're doing all right. So, reactions. I've got a few to do. This is the first one from a band called, well, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. It could be Rian, it could be Ryan. So, the song was called Stop. Second album, coming out July the 16th, called 23. So, the first album, I haven't heard this band. This is the first time I've heard of this band. Frontiers have signed them. So there you go. They must have seen something in this band. Who else would sign them? It's just they've got so many great bands on their label already. Hopefully this is another one. So the band consists of Richard and Demmer on vocals and guitar, Jan Johansson on drums, Jonas Mellin on bass, Tobias Jakobsson on lead guitar. Swedish band. So this from Sweden, they're on Frontiers. There you go. What more can you want? Great bands, as you know, coming out of Sweden. Most of them top notch. It's difficult sometimes. There's a lot of bands, like I said, coming out of that country, and especially on the European scene. Some of them sound similar to others. So I'm sort of, as I'm listening to bands that are on Frontiers, coming out of Sweden especially, because there's so many, I want to hear a band that's standing out a little bit more than the rest. And it doesn't mean that they've got to be exceptionally good. They've got to have something else that some of the other bands haven't got, maybe. I think that's what the success will be for bands out of Sweden, because there's some great ones. There's some brilliant ones. You've got Eclipse and Heat, probably, and Crazy Licks leading the charge, if you like. And then you've got a whole plethora of other bands that are great. And some of them are nearly as good as those bands. But, you know, maybe they need to be looking for something a bit different. I don't know. But maybe this will give me something. I haven't heard anything from it. This came out last week. So I'm about a week behind on this one. That's work for you. And this is called, without further ado, this is called Stop, from a band called Rian or Rian. I don't really know. But here we go. Nice bit of bass, nice and loud. Give it a quick stop now. Oh, sorry, bad joke. So I love it. I think it's great. You know what it does? It's so melodic, man. It is just so melodic and catchy. That chorus, man, that's one that'll stay in your head all day long. It really will. I was quite, considering how catchy the chorus is, and I'm not saying it's heavy in any way, you know, heavy metal in any way, shape or form. But I'm glad the guitars are like a big part of this, especially in the verses leading up to the chorus. When it got to the chorus, it was very melodic. You know, the synths came in. Huge 80s influence. Obviously, I'm sure if they're watching this, they know that, you know, they got that 80s influence. And I know everyone's probably saying, get over the 80s. You know, how many fucking years ago is that? 40 odd years ago. You don't have to keep saying everything's 80s influence. I understand that as well, because we're in the now. But you can't help it. That transports you straight back. It just does. It just transports you straight back to the 80s, without a doubt. I quite like the synth sounds. They're quite loud, but it suits it. It's sort of almost a song in two parts. You get that sort of riffy sort of feel at the beginning, which was really cool. And then it goes into the real 80s AOR melodic rock sounds. What a chorus though. They're great musicians as well, all these guys. They're really good at what they do. They're great at writing songs. If this is, you know, anything to go by, obviously it ain't out. We'll see. They're probably going to release another 2 or 3 songs before the album comes out, like every band does now. It used to be one song, didn't it? Before an album in the 80s, it used to be one song, and then they would release singles for the next year. It's like the other way around now. You get about 5 songs before the album comes out. You can sort of understand that. It's the way that the industry works. Get the interest before the album comes out. Try and sell as much as you can, because it dies down apparently immediately. Like as soon as the albums are sold, that's it. It ain't got staying power anymore. Bands ain't got that anymore. But do they stand out compared to the rest of the Swedish bands? I think they do. I think they've got enough. They've got real strong writing, songwriting. That's the main thing you need. It's not about how brilliant you are on the guitar or anything like that. It's about having a vocalist that's good for me. And he's got a nice voice, a really cool voice. And it sounds different than a lot of the guys coming out of Sweden at the moment. There's been a few that I wouldn't be able to tell who's who, you know, the interchangeable. But this guy definitely has got something about his voice as well. He's got a great voice. Great song so far. Let's get to the guitar solo. Hopefully there will be. I mean, they're 80s influence. They've got to have a guitar solo, haven't they? There you go.
You keep on burning, won't you please calm down? Don't let the fire touch the ground.
Loved everything about it. Loved everything about it. The solo was outstanding, actually. I love the fact that after the really cool bit at the beginning when the solo came in, they went into a twin lead. There you go, topped it off, the twin lead bit. I fucking love twin lead. And then back into a really technical bit again for the main guitarist there. So what is there not to like about this? Absolutely brilliant. Sweden knocking it out of the park yet again. They don't sound Swedish though. I mean, if you just put this on, I would say they're an American band if I didn't know anything about them. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the melodic side of them, you know, absolutely great. What do you think of this Rian song? Let me know in the comments below. And if you actually know how to pronounce it, you can perhaps let me know. That'd be great. That'd be great. But I'm really looking forward to this. So just in case you want to get this album, July the 16th on Frontiers, of course, and it's called 23. I don't know the meaning behind the album title, but there you go. Second album. Might check out the first album as well, just to see, you know, what Frontiers saw in this band. They're definitely good at what they do. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.